Always hear of Singapore property making money? Stop! Don't watch this video if you're here to make money. This episode is about how a 2-bedroom unit lost more than $1 million. This is PropertyTitusLim. Let's go! Hi guys, welcome to another episode of PropertyTitusLim, ASK Titus. First and foremost, we'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope that 2024 has been good for you. Otherwise, let's have faith that 2025 will be even a better year for you. Alright, so to today's episode on Ask Titus, I recently met a friend and he actually posed a very interesting question. He was just asking me, hey bro, Orchard property, what do you think? Upon hearing this question, I do have some thoughts because it has been kind of known that core region property has not been performing so well. So this is my observation in properties in town. There was a huge demand prior to ABSD being introduced back in 2011. It could be for Singaporean buying their second house and there wasn't high ABSD or there wasn't ABSD, so the second property could be in town. And also more for foreigners who are buying, they want that convenience to work, they want that convenience to all the shopping district. So they actually bought town property when additional buyer stamp duty was around 10-15%. But subsequently, it was increased to 30% and more recently to 60%. Definitely, this make a huge impact in the demand in core region property. So upon hearing that question, I went to look deeper and to just make sure that my thoughts were right, and I observed something very alarming and I would like to share with you guys in this video. For the Scotts Tower in Orchard Road, the biggest loss recorded in the past 10 years is at 1.6 million. Right, and this is for a 3-bedroom unit at 1,200 square feet, purchased at 4.4 million, sold at 2.8 million. And also similarly, a 2-bedroom unit in the Scotts Tower transacted at a loss of 1.38 million. The original owner bought it at 4,000 per square feet, but sold it off at less than 2,000 per square feet. And if we were to look at just behind Takashimaya, Twin Peaks, the biggest loss recorded was 1.1 million in the past 10 years. And this is for a unit that is 1,400 square feet, purchased at 4.4 million, sold it off at 3.3 million. And next, if we were to go to Cane Hill area, we can see for a short period of 4 years, this buyer actually purchased a 904 square feet unit for 2.3 million, but subsequently sold it for 1.7 million. If we move further to Robinson Quay area, there's one profitable transaction of 47,000 and the biggest loss recorded was 690,000 for a 2-bedroom unit, 753 square feet, purchased at 2 million, sold at a discount of 1.4 million. And the list goes on and on for most of the core region property that has been purchased for the past 10 years. And upon seeing this data, if I'm the buyer, I will also be quite afraid of buying core region property. But there's something that I like to point out in all these data points, because remember, we started the video by mentioning about ABSD. And it's a fact that demand for core region property is dropping. However, does this mean that you must stay away from core region property, whether is it resale or new launch? Which brings me to the second level of observation that I would like to share. I would like to touch on resale property first. So we take a look at this data from the Scotts Tower. It's very obvious that this property was transacted at a record high PSF at around 4,000 or even 3,005 per square feet. And at that point of time, demand was huge due to foreigner buyers and no ABSD or smaller percentage of ABSD. However, as ABSD were to be increased for local buyers and even foreign buyers up to 60%, this demand naturally dwindled away. And right now, if you look at per square feet, it's around 2,000. So 2,000 for a core region property, which is actually very, very close, if not slightly lower than some of the City Fringe resale project. Resale project in City Fringe probably go up to 2,000, 2,002 per square feet. So this kind of changed the perspective of looking at core region property. Right now, I'm going to bring out an example of a City Fringe project, 657 square feet, same size, transacted at 1.31 million, 10,000 more than the core region property, same size, 657 square feet. So the question is this a fair price for an Orchard property if let's say that is your dream location? And next we look at core region new launches and see how they have been performed. For the transaction in Copa and Newton, there has been 0 non-profitable transaction And in fact, profitable transaction is as high as 450,000 for a period of less than 5 years. And for Copa and Newton, buyers went in at around 2001, 2002 per square feet, and they resale for 2006, 2007 per square feet, resulting in the 400,000 profits. So why is this important for you? On the surface, some data might just put us off and we might not just want to look further upon seeing some of the headline data. However, if we were to look deeper, there might be some reasons for the behavior of the data, which explains why 10 plus years ago, PSF was at 4,000 plus, 3,000 plus for core region property. However, due to ABSD implementation, it came down and then it stabilized at around 2,000 plus. So that's why it's so important to deep dive into the facts and figures, to look beyond the surface, to understand what might be the reason behind some of the losses, and whether right now the market has kind of stabilized. And if you ever dream of living in Orchard or core region, hey, the prices now for resale market or even new launches seems to be reasonable for a core region property. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and have a further insight in the way that I help my clients look at data and peel deeper to understand the root cause of certain things and to decide on what might be the next course of action. Alright guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and as always, God bless, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year everyone. Bye bye.